It's interesting with AI too. There seems to be this renewed appreciation for the creative arts, which are not as easily disintermediated by the chat GPTs of the world, one hopes. But let me ask about you as a leader. I know that you were a COO, which is a role that does give preparation for CEO, but I'm also aware that all the skills that get you into these top roles aren't necessarily the skills you need to be successful in that role. What have you changed, or what have you had to pivot yourself, you think, to be effective, just from others who are looking at this and want to be in a role like yours?
Well, I joined Cirque du Soleil as the chief financial officer of the company. That's my
Keeper of the coin.
yeah, and I've been working in finance for many years. So I joined the company as the head of finance. I've always been the type of finance guy that was always interested by operations. It's been the case in the company I was talking about in aerospace CAE. I traveled the world. I spent time in operations. I even had an assignment in Australia as the country lead for part of the organization. So I've always been very interested by the operations.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I joined this company, I worked very closely with the former CEO and the former COO, including Danielle, in the strategy of the business and in risk management and how we deploy capital in the company. And so when we were left with building a plan to get some people interested in reinvesting in the business. Remember, there were a very few number of people in the company. So Danielle and I brainstorm on how do we get people to re-inject about 300 million in the company and believe in what this company can do with its brand. And so I work with Danielle. We were instrumental in coming up with a good business plan. And there's a point in time where Danielle told me, "Look, I'm turning 60, 65. This company eventually will need a successor as a CEO. I would love to recommend you as the chief operating officer, and eventually you could become the CEO of the company." And that's how it happens.
What have you learned? Do you have any advice in terms of what you would tell yourself back when you were starting the COO role that you wish you knew then, that you know now, in terms of being effective?
You know what I would help me out a lot is to go leave the headquarter and go meet and greet people in operations.
Mm.
I'm so glad that I've spent quite a lot of time actually meeting with people. And people means the support functions, but also the performers, the technicians, the creative and production team. I spent a lot of my time meeting with the employees, and quite frankly, maybe selfishly, it's been. I mean, this is so interesting, so interesting. I sometimes pinch myself that I can't believe that this is a job I'm doing.